This episode of the Frisco Podcast is brought to you by our friends at Tumbleweed Texstyles, our go-to for Texas-inspired t-shirts, hats, drinkware, and decor. Did you know that Tumbleweed Texstyles was built by two high school teachers who have a passion for Texana? That's the unique culture of Texas. Tumbleweed isn't just stylish and comfortable apparel. They also support our local community by donating a portion of each sale to the Frisco Education Foundation to help provide scholarships for graduating high school seniors. You know those awesome Lifestyle Frisco t-shirts you've seen our team wearing around town? That's these guys. So go check them out at tumbleweedtexstyles.com. That's tumbleweedtexstyles.com, all one word, and use the Lifestyle Frisco code Lifestyle20. That's Lifestyle20, all one word also, to get 20% off your order.
Welcome to the Frisco Podcast. I'm Nicole, editor-in-chief of Lifestyle Frisco, and today I'm really excited because we have a Frisco business represented here. Tumbleweed Texstyles has joined us. Gentlemen, please introduce yourselves.
I am Jeb Matulich.
And thanks for having us, by the way. But my name is Bryan Wysong.
I'm really happy you're here because you have some cool breaking news to share with us about your collections. We're going to get into that in a minute. Tumbleweed Texstyles, we've seen you around for a while. We've seen your logo at events like Frisco Streets and things like that. But now you've just really grown and boomed, and there's a whole lot happening that people may not know about. So first, I want to hear your story. We've written it. We've talked about it at various places, but I want to hear you say it. I want to hear you tell us how you got started. How was this born? Jeb, you want to start?
Sure. Well, I'm an art teacher at Liberty High School, and I've been there since 2006 when we opened. And then Bryan was a marketing teacher that was hired a few years later, probably like, 2009? 2009, so about 3 years after that. We kind of hit it off. He was a Red Raider. I'm a Texas Tech Red Raider as well. So that's kind of where we became friends and things. And I was, like I said, I'm an art teacher, so I've always been, doing art and painting and drawing and things like that. Mostly Texas, Southwestern type theme things. And then we were in a meeting, I think it was right before the summer, possibly, or in the spring. And I was doing some sketching and things like that. And he looked over my shoulder. He's like, "What are you drawing?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm just doodling, like I usually do." And he kind of was like, "Those are really cool. You need to do something with it. You need to sell your art." I'm like, "Well, I sell my art a little bit on Etsy and things like that." But he's like, "No, we need to do something. I'll be your marketing guy." So, one step kind of led to another, and then we kind of started really kind of getting serious about it. And I had been dabbling in maybe doing some screen printing myself, and he was thinking, well, those would look really cool on a t-shirt. So that's kind of how we got started. We took a couple of my drawings and we pooled together, what was it, like $350 each?
Yeah. Yes.
And
awesome. We
came up with a name. We had like these like pre-meetings and things. And we kind of created like the name Tumbleweed Texstyles. It was actually at the Blue Goose.
Blue Goose, yeah. It was.
Cool.
Off the tollway there. And we came up with the name for the company, and then we pooled our money together and we went and we bought like 120 t-shirts of one design, and then we did it in 3 colors. And so then that's kind of how Tumbleweed was born.
It was, and it was exciting for me because my background was marketing. Mm-hmm. That was my degree at Texas Tech, and I had worked at a church in Lubbock as the college director and the director of marketing and communications. I knew that wasn't for me, and so I quickly moved to Dallas with my. At that time, we got married, my wife and I. She owned a photography business, and we, on the side, I did the photography with her. We would do weddings and portraits and all the good things like that. But then I also worked at a advertising agency as the marketing director at a boutique firm here in Dallas. Mm-hmm. But I then started missing helping people, so I met a guy up in Frisco and actually got hired by Dr. Waldrop.
Oh, cool.
There at Liberty.
Superintendent.
That's
yes.
right. And at that time, principal at Liberty. Mm-hmm. And so got a job there doing marketing. And so it was kind of cool when I met Jeb. I was like, man, this is a perfect way to kind of have a little side hustle.
Sure.
Make some side money, just like most teachers need to do. But then also just live out my passion. And it ended up being really a blessing because I think a lot of the success I had as a teacher came from the credibility of the students seeing what we were doing in action.
Cool.
We didn't promote it. We didn't try to make sales with our students. They just naturally found out through our MSNBC interview or local media, and they started saying, man, that's cool. And then they started wearing the shirts, and
Awesome.
I just noticed, I guess my credibility went up a little bit with those students. So
I was going to ask you that if the students wear your designs. I would hope so, because they're very cool, but then you never know if it's going to be that, my dad said it was cool, so now it's not cool or whatever. But you guys obviously have a great rapport with your students, and they love it. That's cool.
for sure. I've gone full time now.
Yes.
So unfortunately, I miss those students. So I'm not there, but my students, the latter part of my career of education, I was the independent study and mentorship teacher, and so my students really rallied around me, and they would wear the shirts. They would go off to college and
That's awesome.
contact us wanting to be a rep on their college campus. So it was really an honor that they respected us and the brand enough to want to do that.
What is a rep on a college campus? Like, is that a legitimate, formal position that you have going? Or is it sort of like we wear it because we think it's cool and we throw you some sales?
Learning on the fly. We don't really know ourselves, but ultimately it's that, just wearing it, being kind of a little ambassador, talking about our brand on the campuses.
Like an influencer. I get it. Yeah, very cool. So. Well, it's probably not hard to find people that want to do that. My husband is a new fan, huge fan. He went out to your liquidation sale that you had recently and bought up some stuff, and now that's all he wants to wear every day. He likes that they're soft. He thinks the designs are cool. Nice. So the word has spread, but I'm aware that you guys are you're beyond Frisco. You're all over the country, aren't you, in various stores and whatnot? What does that look like?
Well, we've got our Texas line, which is kind of our heart and soul and kind of what we got started with. And we've also got I guess it's our sales rep, like at Dallas Market Hall. They've got a showroom set up with a whole entire wall of all of our collection. And so with the Dallas Market Hall, they get a lot of traffic from other states and companies and retail stores that come in from other states, especially the South. And we've had a few stores, see our Texas designs and like, oh man, this would look great in South Carolina, or could you do a South Carolina towns or a Georgia towns and things like that. So we have dabbled in some other state things. We've done some things for Arkansas, Louisiana, Oklahoma, I guess South Carolina, Georgia, North Carolina, some Florida things. Wow. So we are kind of dabbling. We don't necessarily promote a lot of that because a lot of that's kind of behind the scenes. We'll create the design, and through our wholesale rep, we'll kind of get those out to those stores out there. But it is kind of something that's a little bit wider than Texas for sure. And a lot
of that comes from our current retailers in Texas.
Right.
And that was kind of a neat thing because when we got started, we didn't pursue wholesale. Literally, we were just pursuing the opportunity to sell on Etsy and some local events.
Yeah.
And we had different retailers come to us asking to carry our products. And so since 2011, we've probably serviced over 1,000 different retailers, but currently have about 150. And some of those include Cavender's, Rally House, Buckle in the Mall, a few others in different, especially tourist towns. But a lot of large wholesalers from across the country will see those and see the success, especially at Buckle, Rally House, being large retailers, and want to carry it themselves and basically duplicate what we do for Texas, but for their state.
That's really cool.
So
good job, guys. Well done, because the designs are really cool. I mean, you've just had a series of collections, though. So now we have to get into the big news, which is you have new collections and designs coming out, right? When are you launching those? Or are they officially launched?
Well, I'll let Jeb. He's the design. he created them. So.
Because I want everyone to get excited and jump on your website as soon as they hear this. It may be.
Yes, in the past we've kind of done like a fall launch and then like a spring launch and then some kind of dabbled in some stuff in the summer. But we've tried to maybe launch less items more frequently, I guess you could say. So like smaller collections more frequently throughout the year. That's kind of one of our goals for the year and moving forward, instead of printing 24 shirts all at once and dropping them. But one thing that we do and that we wanted to do from the get-go is kind of really connect with Frisco. Early on, I think it was maybe 2011, 2012, we secured the license from the Burlington North Santa Fe Railroad and got the official license to use the actual Frisco Railroad logo. And so we've been using that on a couple different shirts throughout the years. But we thought, why not expand and kind of become like the go-to like Frisco, because there's not really anyone doing any shirts, I guess, that are Frisco specific. So we've had ideas and designs and stuff forever, it seems like, and we've dropped a couple here and there, but now we're going to kind of fully launched a Frisco kind of like lifestyle, kind of like just Frisco themed, community driven t-shirt line.
That is awesome, because no, there isn't really. I can't think of a source for that. And your designs are so unique and cool, and people want to wear them. That is awesome.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that I feel like has made our designs and brands so special is we're not fake. You know, we're actually from Texas. I grew up in Fort Worth. He grew up in New Braunfels, and actually all over the state. Moved around with his dad, and everything we do is through inspiration from events or places we like to go eat, travel, music we like to listen to. And so for us, it just makes sense that we both live here in Frisco. We start our company in Frisco. My daughter was born at the Baylor Hospital in Frisco, and so for us, it's a lifestyle we're truly living out, and we're hoping to not only share that with local Frisco people, but also all of the new people moving in from all over, or those that travel for the sports events or whatever it might be, to take a little taste of Frisco back with them to wherever they go.
I love it. So what about brick and mortar? You've been online, and you've been doing very well that way. But are you ready for brick and mortar? What's happening on that front?
Well, it's been something that we've been talking about for quite a while, and we I guess it was a few months ago during the summer we got a really good opportunity. An opportunity opened up there at the patios.
Patios at the rail?
Patios at the rail. They're at North County and Main Street, so kind of where the old Double Dip location was. So. Yeah, we're going to get, right now, I haven't seen all the details, but it's going to be close to 1,300 square feet.
Awesome.
And so it's going to be facing Main Street, so we're going to have a really good visibility on Main Street. And so we're excited. I mean, there's a lot of things that we are thinking about doing with the store, and, not just being a regular old boring store. We want to kind of like jazz it up and do some really cool events and have some things kind of run through there that maybe other places in town aren't doing. So we think it's a great opportunity to kind of even build our brand a lot more and kind of take it to the next level.
Well, because now people can get to know you guys. I've seen you around, but I know a lot of people haven't had that opportunity yet to get to know you and find out who's behind these cool designs. So that's awesome. And
we're excited because, both of our wives work with us. This is as much their business as it is ours.
Wow.
And so and then his kids are older, and so it'll be neat for them and our kids to bring their friends and have a place to actually see what we're doing. And then just connect, as you mentioned before, just connect with the community. And, we've been lucky to have also done a lot of custom design work for different musicians and brands, Lifestyle Frisco.
Yeah, we love our shirts, you guys.
And so it might provide us an opportunity to also showcase those items right here in Frisco, and also even maybe wholesale some of our favorite brands. And some of the other Texas-inspired apparel from, the brands that we love, and share that with our community as well.
Oh, I love that. That's going to be awesome to have a showroom to actually be able to go in and look around and touch and feel. People like that, be able to try it before you buy it, so to speak. Right. And that's going to be exciting. So what's the timeline? Do you know yet?
Well, that's kind of up to Donnie and his team.
The builders, of course.
The builders, but...
they broke ground.
They broke ground, and they are making some great headway. So we're excited to see progress. But I think we're anticipating probably October of 2019.
Sure, that makes sense. Well, when you have your grand opening hoopla, we want to be there.
I hope
and
so.
we do thank you for the custom design you did for Lifestyle Frisco. We've been wearing those around, tagging you guys, and we'll continue to do that. But we really are happy with them. So thank you for doing that. We're proud to wear them. So what else? What else is coming up that we need to know? You've got the Frisco line. I'm super excited about that. You've got your new property. That's exciting. Tell me about the other designers. You just said your wives are both involved. Jeb, you do most of the designs, don't you?
I do most of the designs. Brian's wife, Hillary, she's also a teacher at Liberty. She's our digital graphics and animation teacher. And so she's got a graphic design background. And so she does a lot of our graphics, I guess, for our social media, and then also like our emails and things like that. But then she's also has done some of our more popular t-shirt designs as well. We kind of pull together. I'm like, hey, I have an idea for this. And she's like, I was thinking this. And we'll just kind of come together, and she'll run with it, and I'll kind of look at it, and we'll come up with, but yeah, she's come up with some great designs for us. And so she helps us out. There's also a coworker of mine, Fred, that's done some work for us as well when I need some help, because, it can get overwhelming with design stuff. You don't really think about all the things that go in that. It's not just like designing T-shirts. We're talking about emails and email marketing and social media and just all of the graphics and things that are required just running an apparel business. If you want to do it right. So we do have a couple designers that help out for sure in that regard. And then my wife is helping out with some of our behind the scenes kind of inventory cleanup and kind of getting really tight with the numbers and the data and kind of doing some
nice
work with that. Yeah. So she's really detail oriented, so that's a good spot for her.
How cool that everyone's talents are being utilized and it's a family affair. I love that.
Very much.
For sure.
And there's a lot of that in Frisco. We've got a lot of amazing entrepreneurs, and you guys are like the perfect story of just, coming together and having a great idea and making it happen. And I mean, I'm sure you never would have imagined this day, a few years ago. It's awesome. You should be really, really proud.
Thank you. And I'm definitely a visionary. So when we started, I told him all these dreams.
Did you?
Like, man, we're gonna do this and accomplish this. But of course, the back of my mind, thinking, I don't know why I just told him that. But it is pretty incredible to see just how blessed we've been, how much support we've received from not just the community of Frisco, but our family, high school friends that come out of nowhere that all of a sudden want to wear our shirts and support us, which is awesome.
That is awesome.
But then just Frisco ISD is, we've never purposely promoted there to be selfish or anything like that. They literally just rallied around us. We do donate to Frisco Education Foundation.
So glad you mentioned that. Yes.
And so when we began, we knew that we wanted to give back in some way. My dad, I grew up in a military family. So, we looked at things related to that. With his dad being a coach, we looked at things related to sports and coaching. My daughter has special needs, and so we looked at different things like the Miracle League. But it really came back to one common denominator, and it's just education. So Frisco Education Foundation made sense. And so we scholarship 2 to 3 students every year. Through the Frisco Education Foundation support.
That's huge. 1
marketing and 1 art graphic design student.
Oh, how perfect. I love that you've just got that tie-in to your day-to-day. That's awesome. Good for you for giving back in that way. And you mentioned Miracle League, which makes me think of the Turkey Trot. Are you guys going to be at the Turkey Trot this year? Or is that an event you're able to do?
Well, I won't be able to. I'll be actually down in Round Top. My in-laws live down there.
Of course.
So I'll be with family, spending the week. And
I won't be in town. I'll be down South Texas probably.
Well, we are going to be there in a booth wearing our Tumbleweed Texstyles Lifestyle Frisco shirts. So we're representing you, even if you can't be there that day.
Very cool.
Well, I appreciate you guys. We're really excited about what you're doing. I can't wait until you get that storefront in downtown Frisco in the Rail District. That is super cool. It's the place to be. There's so much happening, and you really are, you personify everything that, is Frisco, and being a business owner and having that dream and making it happen and giving back to our school district, our students. It's really awesome. So thank you.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
We're excited. We're lucky to be partnering with you to get to help share your story and come alongside you for this exciting season of your business. All right, thank you for coming, and we'll be sharing online. We've got an article coming out about you soon, and by the time this airs, that'll already be out. But everyone can see your awesome collection, the new designs, jump and buy them, and as you said, you're going to be sort of launching new designs over the course of the year is the goal.
Right. Yeah, so keep your eyes open for that.
Yeah, keep your eyes open. Your social media is great, so everyone should follow you guys and really keep track of what you're doing. So,
well, thank you.
Please follow us if you don't. We'd love to have your support.
Let's run through those real quickly before we say goodbye. Your handles across social media. So starting with your website, it is Tumbleweed.
Well, there's 2 versions. You can go to tumbleweedtexstyles.com.
And real quick, it's STYLES, not textiles like. It would play on words. So Tumbleweed and then Texstyles is TEXSTYLES.com.
Exactly. Okay.
Right. Or you could go to shoptwt.com.
Right.
That's the shorter version.
And
both of them will
routes.
get you there to our website for sure. And then on Facebook, if you just start typing in Tumbleweed Texts, and it usually will populate. We've got our Facebook page, and then we've also got a VIP group. So if you got some people that are...
There's a VIP group?
There is, and it's only for special people. So, but we do offer like special deals or kind of previews of things on in the VIP groups. And so that's kind of a neat deal. And then on Instagram, our handle is shoptwt. You could also just start typing in Tumbleweed, and it'll populate with that. And then on Twitter, I think you can only use a certain amount of characters in your handle. So
True.
again, if you start typing in Tumbleweed Textiles, it'll pop up. We're very active on all three. So
Yes, you are, and I think it's really well done.
thank you.
And I'll
Yes.
throw out Pinterest as well.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, of course.
Pretty active on Pinterest as well. So
Oh, good to know.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, I'm impressed, and thank you so much for sharing your story with our
Thanks for having
audience.
us. We appreciate it.
thank you.
We will see you around town in our designs and your designs that you made for Lifestyle Frisco.
Great.
We're going to be wearing them every day.
Love hearing that.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
You're listening to RNCN, the digital destination for premium talk radio.